Orishetime Igbene, a young, courageous, dynamic, goal-getting digital banking expert and industry captain, is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of Liberty Assured Group, one of the fastest growing integrated digital banking firms in Nigeria, and indeed one of the 100 most distinguished CEOs in Nigeria in 2023.
My background was in architecture, and I found myself, foray into this space. This is 5 years back now. It initially started as an alternate business to my architectural practice, and I was looking for some other thing to do while, running my practice. And then we started out just traditionally. We had people within the vicinity who we knew needed some money. I had to partner with people who already knew the business itself, because of course, I couldn't have just left my architecture and started here. So I had to find the right people, like I had mentioned, to manage a small group of women who were taking these loans. And the turnout was immense. The business started evolving on its own, and I saw that I had to pay attention to it, and that's how the whole story started. But moving from traditional, lending, pre-COVID or post-COVID, our initial intention was to just see how to, make our processes a bit more digital. But then COVID came. Luckily for us, we had already started that journey. Then we had to think further and say, this is not just about originating customers digitally, like how do we also underwrite these loans and things like that. And then we were able to scale out of that COVID because of that. I would say maybe it was luck that we're thinking in that direction at that time, because it felt like it was the right time and the right moment. The story then went from there as we went into different digital phases in our organization. We started seeing different aspects that we think or thought we could tap into, and then we went from lending to payments. Now recently we are doing something trying to digitize thrift collections, which is very interesting for me at this time, because we're trying to issue cards to the typical people on the street. We have one Alagbo who now has a card, and that's a big stride for me. And beyond that, beyond the informal sector, we're also building things for the formal sector, payroll solutions, spend management solutions. So it's been a story anyways. It wasn't like intentional, but we followed the path. When we started out, I asked myself, when this whole thing started evolving, where are we really going with all of this? And I think for me, it's the gaps that we see. We are trying to bridge the gaps with innovative technology, and that has been our mission statement, And on a visionary level, we hope to be able to set a gold standard, in providing financial products. We foresee a time where every individual will have access to financial products. And financial products don't just mean lending. It might even be financial literacy. It might be an easy way to save. It might be, anything that will include you in that financial circle. Yeah, so that's our mission and vision. That's where we are looking towards going today. Yes, we are. Maybe not at the scale that we would like to, but we have triumphed in different aspects. In all the areas we have tried, we have made significant progress. We're still putting in effort, talking to partners, growing day by day. So yes, we are making steady progress. We started out with lending, and then for the lending itself, there are 3 categories. There is the consumer lending, there's the payroll lending, and there's the public sector lending. They all attend to 3 different categories. We also have forayed into payments in partnership with banks. We had our approval in principle from CBN as a super agent to facilitate distribution of point of sales terminals. and of course, in essence, facilitating payments within that space. So we also have that product. Then the digital thrift collection that we've talked about, that is in partnership with Solid Alliance Microfinance Bank, because it involves collecting funds, yes, keeping funds, so it has to sit with a CBN registered microfinance bank. And then lastly is the B2B solution that we are putting together. It's called Paybox. So the first lending solution is Liberty Assured. The super agent side for POS distribution is Liberty Pay. And then we have Paybox 360. So Paybox 360 is a full business suite that has payroll solutions, recruitment solutions, spend management, and inventory.